Good morning, all.
Hello.
Let's see how the streaming goes. Okay. Pick up the Ale Association one.
Which one are you thinking of?
This guy Jonah. He's got 4.
Hear me out, traveler.
We'll do them all again.
Yeah, they're dailies, but you get your rep up, and then you can go buy your goat.
Won't you give me even a moment?
Here he is.
All 4. And then who else? This guy?
Yeah, he's the guy you have to convince.
Oh, yeah.
That did the trick. Did you get that one?
Yep.
Not that good. That's just regular. Dance leader. Oh yeah, you can do a dance competition thing there too with him. You have to use the emotes to like it'll tell you to dance 1, dance 2.
Okay.
Be fun. Nagland, then Gandaman. It won't take us long to get through these.
Yeah.
Well met.
Where are we going to? Nogland.
Yeah. Oh, there was an update. I don't know what it is, but there was an update to the Valheim server.
Hmm. Okay.
Not sure what was released. I haven't gone in there to look, but need to find the release notes. We decided to take away the wizard cloak. Ah, son of a... I'm glad we're taking the day off to relax. I am absolutely shattered. The air quality is... but I'm wrecked. I mean, I could go back to bed. I'm that tired.
Yeah. Oh, I know that feeling. Bit of a rough night last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just kept waking up. Over and over again.
Yeah,
It wasn't the heat.
yeah. I get that if I have like a seltzer, you know, even if I just have 1 or 2 seltzers. I'll initially go to sleep really quickly, but then I'll wake up around 2 AM, you know?
Yeah.
Weird.
I just kept waking up feeling, like satisfied as if I'd slept enough.
Yeah.
And then realizing really quickly, no, I feel very tired.
Yeah.
I can't see where you are. Oh yeah, it's this guy, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like being on a Linux forum.
It is, isn't it? There you go. He's switched to actual Linux.
At your service and your families.
Gondomar next, isn't it?
Is that where we're going?
Yeah, Gondomar.
I'm wondering what it takes to become a package maintainer on Manjaro.
I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Why are you thinking of doing it?
Well, someone's going to have to, because holy moly, like, I keep searching for apps and they're just in the AUR over and over again. And it's like, well, this needs to be sorted because a lot of these apps are really required.
Yeah, have you tried flat packs? Because I have flat pack turned on as well, and a lot of them are in flat packs now.
No, a lot of them are in Flatpak. Like,
Yeah.
that KDE Lix application,
Mm-hmm.
Latex,
Yeah.
not available, you know. And it's kind of annoying, really,
Yeah.
because a lot of these apps that I'm looking at, they are terrible for compiling. They are huge.
Yeah.
And I'd see that as a major drawback for Manjaro and Arch.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to sit through hours of compilation.
What's the latex one you use?
It,
Program. Yeah.
it's Lix that you want, because it's sort of a lot
Okay.
more what you see is what you get.
Basically saying licks. That's the KDE one.
Yeah, K-Lix or something, I think it's called.
Yeah, Calyx. How's it spelled? Do we know?
K-L-Y-X.
Well, it starts with a K because it's KDE.
But it's in the AUR. I don't think there's like an app store
It's in the AUR.
thing for it. I'll search for it again and see if it's... Nope. Yeah, still in the... Just in the AUR. It's called Lix, L-Y-X.
LYX.
If I remember right.
Do the trick.
Yes.
Okay.
There's Linux
It's in
binaries.
it's in the AUR, yeah.
But I have a feeling that one's going to be quite a...
Bibtex. Huh. Bibtex editor by KDE to edit bibliographies used by latex, used with latex.
Yeah, yes, slightly different.
Mm-hmm. That's in the official. Oh, it's a flat pack too. Yeah. Yeah, LYX, Linda. It's in the AUR.
Yeah.
But it might take a while.
Yeah, get Linda to let me know how long it takes to compile.
Yeah, we'll time it to see how long it takes to compile from the AUR.
That's the one that I really liked because it takes away a lot of the need for knowing how to code in latex.
Oh, okay. That makes latex a lot easier. That's good.
Oh, definitely.
Right. Needle. Okay.
Cool.
That did the trick.
At your service and your families.
Where next?
Orange Gate, then Mickle Delving, and then we'll ride north.
Okay. 'Cause, 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 Yeah, I've used licks quite a lot,
Mhm.
and it got a lot of praise from people that I used it for.
Yeah.
Because it just looks so nice, the formatting.
Excellent.
I think I had to change the like there's a whole bunch of like different themes in a sense, like layouts. I think I had to change it once for one person.
Yeah.
But the fonts and the fact that you can put in an image and tell it to be like centered on the page, and then when you put in the image description, the font underneath the image description is just so perfect.
Excellent. That sounds like exactly what she's looking for.
And the footnotes are beautiful. You can choose what symbol you want and everything for your footnotes, so you can have the fancy like crucifixes and asterisks and everything.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, Office lets you do, but you have to go through an awful lot of things to do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's looking for a solution because she hates booting into Windows, you know.
Yeah.
And she wants to be able to publish her books and her stories and stuff direct from Linux. So she's got to find a way to do it. LibreOffice isn't doing it. Like, it's just not cutting it. Or at least, like, she'd have to find somebody in LibreOffice that has actually published her books to Kindle using LibreOffice, you know, to explain it to her. But because there's no help online, because it's those kind of things that nobody uses LibreOffice, no professional writer uses it, so there's no help guides.
Exactly. It just does loads of nice things, latex. Like,
Yeah.
if you turn around and say title, and that goes on its own page, the title on its own, and then you can put in a section for author, and that'll go into the same page as the title. And then you could put a dedication section in, and then that'll go onto the next page.
Yeah.
And it won't allow any paragraphs or anything on those pages.
Yeah.
So it truly does all the formatting for you.
That's fantastic.
And just little things like it doesn't put a page number on the title page. And stuff like that. And it creates the contents for you.
That's exactly what she needs. She should be listening to this conversation.
Well met.
It's just so nice. Like,
Yeah.
so we're off to Mickle Delvin, yeah?
Mickle Delving. Oh, X that for me, would you?
Yeah. And it's so discoverable. Linda doesn't need to listen to this conversation. She's just going to start using it and go, ooh, like, wow. Just try it and export to PDF and see what happens. Like,
Yeah. That's exactly what she needs, because you got to export to a PDF anyway, for Kindle.
Yeah.
I don't think we can get the needle.
A lovely day, isn't it?
and oh my god, when all that stuff came printed out, it looked so nice.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I remember one client saying to me, how much time did it take you to format all of that? It looks like a book
Yeah.
that you'd buy off a shelf. And I said to them, like, 0 time at all. I literally I was just copying and pasting.
Yeah. Let's jump in here first, get that barrel.
Yes.
That's exactly what she needs. Hate wasting good ale like this, but you know, there's Hobbit ale, so it's probably crap.
Yep. Ha! Dirty hobbits.
A bit like
You'll never
Southerner
catch
ale.
me.
It's a bit like Southerner ale.
Ugh.
Okay. Burning? The heck?
Someone's
A
cast a spell on
pleasant
you,
day to
haven't
you,
they?
Best available. Oh, we won't take that a while. Okay. What are he casting?
I don't know.
Oh, I'll be forced to dismount there. Hang on. Eggs here. There is. Do you have Jonar special brew?
Jonar special brew in my inventory.
No, it's a quest.
Yes.
Okay. You can talk to this chicken. Collected raw rotten egg. Okay.
Yeah.
Ugh. What fucking beer uses a raw rotten egg? Oh god. That would be gross. Oh, that's just a question. I had one of them fermented eggs one time. You know, the Chinese ones that they leave in the ground for like 6 months or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't like it at all. It didn't taste particularly bad, but it was just weird to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it tastes quite a lot like ammonia.
Yeah. Down to the main road. And they're black.
Yeah. And jelly-like, aren't they?
Yeah. It's, I don't know. It wouldn't be for me. I'm glad I tried it once,
No.
but it wouldn't be.
They're not super popular in China anyhow. The younger
No.
generation don't tend to enjoy them.
Yeah. It's the same as that fermented fish up in Sweden. It was necessary at one point in time, but you know, our taste buds have changed.
They're strong.
Mhm.
I actually watched a YouTuber make a sausage out of it the other day.
Wow. I did see one Swedish guy eating it, and he put loads of butter on a cracker and then a little thin slice of the fish. And he ate it that way.
And they usually have loads of onion on top as well.
Yeah. Swamp gas.
We need to collect loads of it, or one out of 5? Okay.
Yeah, 5.
Do you want to add me to the fellowship?
Oh yeah, geez. I'll turn on roses too, God.
Nice one. There we are.
The hose is fixed. Good.
Yay!
Up in the... I thought I got this stable master already. That's really...
A lovely day, isn't
Oh,
it?
is it still blue for you?
Yeah, wow. Oh, you can get the Hobbiton using it. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. We could have went from Hobbiton up here. Okay. I'll know that for... Okay, that's me done.
Yep, there we go.
I need to try that trick next time I'm down the pub.
Sometimes works.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, we can go to Hobbiton. Brandy in the kegs. Down to Hobbiton.
How do you do?
Just wait till KDE releases their self-driving car. K-A-R.
No, that's too obvious a name. It'd have to be something really stupid like KJAR. Kia. Or Cartomobile.
Vehicle.
Yeah. Part. Oh, did you watch that video about the Apple Mac Pro?
No. What was that one about?
About how it's like literally unrepairable.
That's
So-
the thing about Apple products, like that, you know?
They've taken it to the next level, mate.
Yeah.
For him to swap the screens of two laptops, he had to basically mess with about 200 screws.
Holy
Or-
crap.
A mixture of different types, but with the same size holes but slightly different threadings. So you have to remember what type of screw goes into which hole. They all look the goddamn same.
Yeah.
And if you get them mixed up, you'll wreck the threads. And then once he swapped the screens to see how repairable it is, it created an artificial set of glitches all over the screen that wouldn't go away.
Oh my
so-
god.
The screens are paired to the logic board somehow. And oh, seriously, the list was endless of problems that it created. It's sickening.
Yeah, just unbelievable. But you know, the arty-farty crowd will still buy their Macs.
Yeah.
Is Macs, Apple or arty-farty? No, dude. You just were been brainwashed.
Yeah. Oh, if you swap the screens, it takes away the ability for to have, you know, like color control.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't have like true tone colors.
Yep.
For
It's
graphic design.
the ultimate marketing, like. You know, they want their products just to be throwaway. really expensive throwaway devices.
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, the recipe, I think.
Oh yeah, and now the keyboards are riveted in.
Yeah,
So
it's
to replace the
unbelievable.
keyboard, you've got to destroy the pre-existing keyboard by ripping it out by force.
Unbelievable.
Apparently that they've done that on a previous model as well.
But you know, Apple are arty-farty and pro-environment, and you know,
I know.
they're the
I
hippie
hope
company.
the EU have to like
Yeah,
step in on this. This is
yeah,
just
crazy.
they're
Yeah,
creating e-waste.
yeah. Well, Microsoft are doing the same with their. We don't support Ryzen first gens anymore. You know.
Yeah. That depends on the motherboard, doesn't it? If you can add one of your TPA chips,
Yeah.
you can actually upgrade. And I think you can get TPA chips on a PCI Express slot as well.
Okay. Oh, I don't know if you watched that video I shared in the Discord about languages. It wasn't about languages, about accents. It
Oh
was
yeah.
absolutely fascinating. There was stuff in there I never even knew about. And just mind-blowing. So, there's an island in Chesapeake Bay. I think Chesapeake Bay is like off Virginia or something. You know, it's in like the bay, you know?
Yeah.
And, the natives that live there, sound Cornish. Like, you'd swear it was Cornwall. Just unbelievable, you know?
Mhm.
Their accents haven't changed for hundreds of years. It was bizarre listening to it. It was like, wow. You know, I'd never have guessed that was in the US. There it is. And I knew about Newfoundland. Newfoundland sounds Irish, but in a weird way. It's kind of like this weird lost province, you know?
Yeah.
It's what it sounds like, but they do sound Irish. But I mean, I didn't know there was people that sounded like they were from Cornwall, living in the US. Yeah, so yeah, Linda's motherboard, she can upgrade her Ryzen, and then get Windows, what is it, Windows 11, if she wants it, but she doesn't want it.
Well, I've experienced it. It's a bit naff.
Yeah, I have it on another drive, and it's really not great.
It nags you more than ever to use Edge browser.
Yeah, and there's all advertising and all kinds of crap. It's just, it doesn't feel like your own computer anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, a bunch of lovely fishing quests down there as well. But for now, let's get these kegs done.
Yeah.
Yeah, the EU will definitely step in on that. There's no way that they're going to allow Apple to get away with that.
Like he was saying that you've got two options to replace the keyboard. You either go through this very difficult process of ripping off the keyboard and possibly damaging the shell, or you buy an entire top shell with the keyboard integrated. And he said it's incredibly expensive to get that top shell.
Yeah. So in other words, just not worth your time.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable considering how much money you've got to fork out for a bloody Mac, you know?
Yeah. And the thing is that it can't be that, like, I don't know how the hell they're doing it, because people are installing Linux on these Macs, and the screen calibration doesn't go all screwy on that. Looks fine.
Yeah.
So maybe it's some sort of firmware calibration,
Maybe.
but they really can't tell. They should include that calibration tool for free.
Yeah. They're a bizarre company, Apple, you know. They just seem to be happy with their little elitist world. Like, back in around 2012, 2013, before Android really had taken off, when they had, you know, all the hype was about Apple, about iPhone, iPad, you know, back at their height. They could have taken the world by storm if they'd opened up their operating system to more hardware, just allowed us to install it on PCs and stuff. I mean, they would have just, you know, wiped the floor with Microsoft at that point, and they didn't do it. They just, you know, it's just weird to me, you know. This constant OCD control shit, you know, oh no, you can only use our operating system if you're on a Mac, you know. You've got to fork out several $1,000s.
Well, Bill Gates spent out an awful lot of money to keep Apple alive, didn't he?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that was in the agreement of keep your operating system locked to your hardware.
Yeah.
We just want to keep you alive so we don't get any monopoly rulings against us.
Yeah. Yeah, the same trick that Google did with Firefox, you know, giving them 300 million a year because so that they'd have some competition.
Yeah.
Do things. Yeah. Here's a recipe. Ah, a coney. Oh, there goes Linda now. Can you hear the bag rattling there? Stop walking for one day and she's into the chips. See? Yeah, I'm only joking. She's eating grapes.
Delicious grapes.
Yeah. I don't blame you. Let's see. No. There's another recipe. Where the heck is it?
Isn't that the one that's around over? Oh,
Oat Barton, is it?
Overhill. Where is
Fern
it?
beer. Gold, in stock outside the Golden Perch, we got that. In the Great Smiles in Tuckborough, we got that one. Did we get that one?
Rock and Borings.
We did, yeah.
So it's
Rock
right
and
next to
Borings.
us.
Yeah, we're heading up there anyway, because I think there's a keg up there, but... Oh no, we got all
No,
the kegs.
we've got them all.
Yeah.
I'm making.
Whichever you feel like. Which nice coffee should we have? What do we have there? We have, the chocolate one.
Chocolate.
Chocolate chip. Yeah, we have buttery syrup and chocolate. Damn tasty.
I watched another one of those frauditer videos today.
Oh yeah.
They're always nearly always a complete comedy,
Yeah.
and they don't realise how stupid they look. This one, he walked into a government building in Kentucky, and he walked straight past the security guards while filming, and so the security guards started following him.
Yeah.
And he started doing the whole, oh, you're oppressing me, oh, my amendment rights, blah, 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 freedom of speech he gets, and calling them all sorts of names and being a complete jerk to them. And he starts trying to enter restricted areas and kicking off.
Yeah.
And at one point he buggers off, he sends his girlfriend somewhere across the building. And he gets into an elevator and tries to go up a floor and doesn't notice that there's a card scanner on the elevator, because it's restricted areas.
Yeah.
And so instantly assumes that they must have locked him into the elevator, and that he's being oppressed and held against his rights. And so he starts ringing the buzzer for assistance, and the security guard answers the buzzer and goes, hello, security?
Hello.
Like that, and he just stands there and goes silent because he doesn't want to say anything to the security guard.
Oh my god.
And
What an
the
idiot.
security guard just gives up and hangs up on him.
Yeah.
And then he just presses, which way I'm going, by the way?
Hobbiton.
Hobbiton. And then after a bit he gets angry, he starts screaming, presses and holds the bell forever, for ages.
Mm-hmm.
And after ages, the security guard answers again and goes, "Right, okay, what's the matter?" And he's like, "Oh, you've locked me in here. You're oppressing me. I'm going to sue you. Blah blah blah. Oh, my Fifth Amendment rights. Rah." Like
Yeah.
that. And the security guard says, "Just press the button with one on it. That's the only floor that opens." He goes, and at first he goes, "Who are you?" And he goes, "Gary," or something. And he goes, "Right, okay, I know who it is now. Just press the button with one on it. That's the only one that opens up without a security key."
Yeah.
Like that. And so he presses the button with one on it. The doors open up and the security guard sat dead opposite him. Just like looking at him like he's a complete fool.
Oh
And
my
he sort of
God.
just walks over to the front doors going, like that, as if he's like wants to walk out embarrassed. And then he realises that he's left his girlfriend somewhere in the building, so he turns around to the security guard and goes, "Have you seen my girlfriend? She's about yay high." And he's like, "Yeah, I think she's round the corner filming some random signs or something pointless."
Unbelievable. You'd almost think that those were staged because, like, I'd like to see the reaction if it was a non-white person trying that stuff, you know?
You get Mexican ones, you get a couple of black guys doing it.
Yeah.
But it's mainly the white guys and the Mexican guys. They are so
Crazy.
obnoxious with it.
Yeah. Just absolute crazy stuff. It's like I saw, there's a podcast from here in Coos Bay by two progressives. And as they've described the freedom guys, like it's not freedom that they want, it's freedom for them and nobody else, you know?
Yes. Yes.
Like, like during COVID, like, oh, we have a right to, not wear masks and cough on people if we want, out in public. And it's like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
How do you do?
Okay, we want to head to
Nickel delving?
Nickel Delving, yeah. Then back to some place. That is. Or actually, we'll head straight to Kellandim.
Oh.
Nickel Delving. Because there's some slimy slugs down there that we need.
Oh, yes.
So honestly, I don't fancy
Drinking that brew? No.
Yeah, Jonah's special brew. Slimy slug goo and rotten eggs. Yeah.
Maybe it's a special brew to plant on the hobbits.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what it's doing.
It's very special.
He'll swap it for the Hobbit's prize-winning brew.
Mm.
Ugh, this stuff is awful.
Yeah, the worst thing about these frauditors is that they make a lot of money streaming this stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what they do it.
So people in the comments are saying, look, we're going to have to stop this, nip this in the bud, because a lot of states aren't stopping it. They're letting them off in the courts.
Yeah.
Even though they are breaking the law a lot of the time.
I think they should just be demonetized. Simple as that. If Google just demonetized them and all the platforms demonetized them, you wouldn't get it.
That would be nice.
I mean, I find it unbelievable that those guys, because it generates millions of hits, are allowed to get away with that crap and spreading all the conspiracy shit. But then you get somebody like Tasting Niche, who worked her ass off for years doing craft beer reviews out of Portland here in Oregon, and finally reached her 1,000 subscribers or whatever it is you need on YouTube, and had her monetization taken away by Google instantly as soon as she turned it on. I find that pretty disgusting. Helen.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, people are taking the mick.
They are,
most of the people that are in those streams watching, they're anti-establishment.
Mm-hmm.
They enjoy watching people become infuriated with it.
Yeah. Okay.
People in the comments on the sort of anti-frauditor YouTube channels are now saying that they're going to start sending emails to all of these government places and say the way to deal with these people is to play copyrighted music loudly
Yeah.
so that the streams get shut down.
Mm-hmm. That's a good way of dealing with it. It's a good idea.
Yeah. They get off on being annoying, so why can't we be annoying to them?
I definitely think it's up to the platforms. Just demonetize these people, you know, same as all the conspiracy nuts and anti-vaxxers. You know?
I think they don't want to because they know that they'll get harassed.
It's because all they care about is advertising revenue, and a lot of these conspiracy channels generate millions of hits, you know.
Yeah.
Which means a lot of advertising revenue for YouTube. Yeah.
Also, they're paying bail for these people, so there's a lot of money being generated.
There is. Look to Jonar. Dusting ingredients to Jonar. Okay, we're done.
Cool.
What do you need?
Orange Gate.
Orange Gate?
One of the coolest elven cities I've seen in a game. Up until probably Moria. But Moria is overrun, so...
Oh, we're dismounting.
Have you been into the main hall yet? No?
I'm not sure.
Take a run in. You look at the place. Over there is your skirmish camp.
Sweet. Oh. Cool.
To the left is your vaults, right is your auction hub.
Ah, sweet.
And in here to the right is all your crafting. Down in there. The rest are just vendors.
Right.
And to get to the ale pub that we've been going to, we just run over here to the left. And down. And here's Jonah.
Sweet.
What is the meaning of this? It is an insult. This is unthinkable. This is unthinkable.
Even up.
Hear me out.
Special
Trevor.
delivery.
The party tree, cool. Okay. Now we've got to swap it out so the hobbits get a bad name.
Ah, right, sweet.
The Rotten Egg Brew. And this is a timed one. I'll give you plenty of time though, half an hour. Oh, here we go. Horse keg race, no. Party tree. Festival party tree. There we
Oh.
go. What's the name to do? Use join a special brew on the Shire Festival. Okay. On the patrons here. There we go. The roper. Ugh.
Return to Jonah.
Yeah. We'll have to go down to Hobbit. God, that nurse in UK got convicted. She would literally be locked up.
Good day.
Michael
Yep.
Delvey. Oh, that was sick.
Yeah, the full details of it's insane as well.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
the way they've reported on it hasn't really got across the full.
yeah. That's somebody that just should never have been out in public, you know.
Yeah.
Just too damaged. Whatever happened to her, just way too damaged.
Oh, she's evil.
Oh yeah.
We don't even know the full details of anything neither.
Yeah.
We can only piece it together from what people in the NHS have said.
I was reading an
Yeah.
interview with the Independent did with a criminal psychologist, who specializes in this stuff, like medical people that become serial killers, and he couldn't figure it out. He couldn't figure her out at all, because the
Yeah.
rest of them, like, there's some biblical motivation. Like, she thinks there was one that thought that the babies were evil, and that she had to save their souls, and this kind of crap,
Yeah.
But in this case, she didn't seem to have any motivation at all.
The only motivation that we can infer is that a doctor fell out with her, and they think that she was attracted to him,
Yeah, I read about
and so
that.
she was trying to get his attention.
Which is just weird, like.
Yeah, but because she won't speak, we'll never know.
Yeah,
How do you do?
I think personally she's embarrassed by the truth.
maybe. Torrens Gate. Or she's just completely, like, delusional or something.
Well, I don't think she is. Yeah, Linda, exactly. Talk about being at the center of the universe. Do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. That is. It's just weird, like.
I don't think she had any grasp on reality whatsoever.
No, I don't think so. I think she was just somebody that slipped through the net that should never have been out in public. And she might have been born like that. Not everything is down to childhood abuse, And
no.
she might have been. I mean, it could, be a chemical imbalance there or something in her brain. And that's just the way she was born. But just weird, like. She should never have been out
I
in
feel
public.
sorry for her family.
Oh yeah.
Imagine it.
Oh yeah, awful. They have to change their name and identity and everything.
Yeah. If I was her sibling, I would be going to a psychotherapist to get checked up.
Oh, absolutely,
Do
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. If you've any kind of weird kind of thoughts going through your head or anything,
What is the meaning of this?
go and Go and get checked out. There we go. Don't
Well
take
done.
any of
If-
these.
You've
If she
come
was
at a most
insane,
fortuitous
Yeah.
time.
she would have been doing it in a much more obvious way,
Mhm.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like she was using insulin and saying that the breathing difficulties the children were having was, part of being premature.
Yeah.
She was hiding it.
She was very clever about it, yeah, which was
Yeah.
quite scary.
She was making herself look like a hero, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, oh, you're very strong. And also, there were so many warning signs. Like, all the other nurses were dropping like flies
Mhm.
because of the sort of the psychological distress of all these babies dying.
Yeah.
And she was turning around and going, "No, I'm fine. I'll be in tomorrow."
Yeah.
Like that should have raised concern
It should
straight
have,
away.
yeah. Like you'd think, like, I mean, she was surrounded by medical professionals, you know? You'd think that one of them would have spotted something.
Well, one did, didn't he? And he got in trouble for saying it.
Yeah.
They forced him to apologise to her.
Jesus. Imagine how he feels.
Exactly.
Feel terrible that he didn't push it even.
And he couldn't believe it when he worked it out. He
Yeah.
sat down and he drew up a graph of all of the shifts and all the babies that have had health problems. And he said that when he saw her, the stars align and it say, "Look, it's her."
Yeah.
His first words were, "Not nice, Lucy." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it can't be her.
Hmm?
But it has to be because the data points at it.
Yeah.
And other nurses were joking about it. Whenever they heard, the alarms, the emergency alarms going off, they turned around and were saying to each other, "Oh, I wonder if Lucy's on tonight."
Yeah, jeez. Return to Rivendell. Well, unless you want to do more festival stuff, but
Yep, let's go for Rivendell.
yeah,
Oh,
your stone should be there. Your Can you go
Yes.
back to- yeah. It's really scary, like, when you get a serial killer like that, because, we're not all doctors and nurses, and so we have to trust these people. We don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Like if we get ill or something, we have to go to see a doctor. We have to, maybe go to hospital or something. And so we have to put our trust in these people. So it's really frightening when something like that happens.
well, they need to create some way of psychometrically testing for this stuff.
Oh, yeah. We went and talked to Gandalf, didn't we?
I don't know.
Press Lions Camp. Okay.
We've got book 5, chapter 3.
Vault. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gablazan's Vault. Okay, we gotta head up to Glenn's Camp. Yeah, it's really scary.
Greetings to you.
Can we get there?
We have to go to the stables.
Okay. Oh, is there a stables one here?
There is Rivendell Stables.
Yeah, I was talking to my psychotherapist friend today about it,
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, "Oh, what's your assessment then?" And he said she's evil,
Yeah.
and he never uses those kind of words.
Yeah,
About
because
people.
it's kind of, has kind of religious undertones and stuff like that, but maybe there is such a thing as just pure evil,
Yeah,
Maybe it isn't all down to, mental health issues like that. It's, I don't know.
like he was saying, it's the banality of evil. But she probably has no reason really for doing this apart from something really ridiculously mundane.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to get a doctor's attention.
Yeah.
and that she was so sort of like narcissistic that she didn't even consider, and psychopathic, she
Yeah.
didn't even consider the pain and torture it would cause the children
Yeah.
or the parents,
Yeah.
because all she can think about is me, me, me.
Yeah.
Glowing's camp.
Yeah.
What do you need?
Underway.
And I'm sure someone tried to, you know, convince her to go into court to hear a sentencing and listen to the parents talk about the effects it's had on their lives. To, you know, in the angle of show people that you've got some sort of respect for them.
Yeah.
And all she could think of was, no, no, I can't do with the public humiliation. Poor me. What an awful person.
But they must suspect that themselves. I mean, in the UK, in America, it's a common thing. But in the UK, like to be sentenced to your entire life in prison without parole. I mean, they must know that she can never ever be released, even in 40 years. You know, she'd just be a danger to the public.
Yeah.
Well, she'd probably, well, depending on the state, but she'd probably be put to death over here.
I think that because she wouldn't go in and wouldn't listen to the parents, they should take a recording of those parents saying what she did to them
Yeah,
and play it in a cell every night on loop.
that'd be torture though, and we can't do that.
Well, I know, but at the same time,
Yeah,
I just don't like the idea of her being able to walk away from it without hearing it.
yeah.
I know it's incredibly cruel what I'm thinking of, but damn it. She shouldn't be able to get away with this.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think, yeah, I mean, I think the parents of those little babies, you know, have a right to do that as well. Have a right to, you know, to let her know, you know,
Yeah.
the grief and hurt that she's caused them. Because they'll never recover from this, you know.
No. They'll have given those babies names, so every time they hear that name for the rest of their lives, they'll be reminded of it.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
Okay, over to High Crag first.
Yeah.
What do you need?
Hi, Craig. Oh, for fuck's sake, not this guy again. Is he
Off
ever
his
so
rocker, that Craig, mate.
must have been gone through.
Yep.
Do we have a deed for these guys? We do. Well, we got pages or something. Wait.
Oh, it's pointing us behind.
Yeah, I think it's in that building.
I think that was the building that we went into, and there was just nothing there. Then it was like, okay, maybe it's a
Yeah,
later
future.
mission.
There we go. Back to glowing.
Have you still got Goblin Hunt and Goblin Fire?
Yeah.
Cool.
What, Goblin... Goblin Fire. Oh yeah, Goblin Hunt. I have that too. There was a case in Ireland about 25 years ago, maybe. In Cork, actually. Douglas. Where there was a guy in a pub. It's a bit of
Well met.
bit of a strange guy who's kind of known around the area. Bit of a troublemaker, you know.
We're going back to glowing, yeah?
Yeah, glowing. And he was boasting in the pub that he wanted to kill somebody, you know.
Yeah.
And he was going to kill somebody and all this, and people were just like not taking any notice of him. Just thought, oh, weirdo or whatever, you know. And on his walk home that night, he saw two girls inside the house, two teenage girls. And he went in and butchered one of them. All the lights were out, so one of them ran and hid underneath the stairs, and he wasn't able to find her. And so he ran, and they caught him. He was convicted, and of course, Ireland being Ireland, he was only given 8 years.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that guy is back out in the streets of Ireland somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, north. That was a huge shock. Fine.
Well, that's the thing. If you're going to walk into a pub and start saying stuff like that, you've got to be a bit of a psychopath.
Oh yeah, you'd have to be off your head. But I bet the people that were in that bar that night, you know, they must have a lot of emotional stress, you know, thinking back in that night, thinking, you know, well, if I'd called
What
the,
if?
yeah, if I'd called the police, or, you know, if I tried to do something.
Exactly.
Oh, we have a deed for these.
Yeah.
These two. Jeez, the air quality here is getting bad again.
The thing is I do think that you can rehabilitate murderers and psychopaths because the logic is sort of inescapable. It's like, right, we're going to release you, and if there are any murders in your area that match your MO, we're
Yeah.
going to know who did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
Like,
some, but in the case of serial killers, I don't know. I think they are just so damaged. You know?
serial killers, yeah.
A murderer is in, you know, somebody that loses their temper outside a pub and, you know, beats somebody to death or something like that. Yeah, I mean, those ones can be rehabilitated, you know, and normally feel a bit of guilt afterwards, you know. But not in the case of a serial killer. Those people are just...
Yeah. Because the way I see it, there was a product of a failed system.
Yeah.
They should have been mentally assessed and helped
Yeah.
way before they committed the crime.
Yeah.
And hopefully they've got that treatment while they was in
resistance.
Ooh, oh, I might.
Peter Gimbley and Rivendell.
Okay.
So Rivendell Stables.
Yeah.
Greetings.
Because the thing is that like 90% of the time with these serial killers and violent offenders,
Yeah.
they had all of the red flags back in school.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'd say in the case of serial killers, like, you've got to... Somebody has got to have spotted something somewhere, you know?
Oh yeah, totally. Like, nearly every time with it, like, I did a little bit of criminology, and virtually every time with serial killers, they talk to the parents, and it's like, oh, he was a lovely child, although he did like cutting up birds and cats.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And it's
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
1 second, I'm just going to put my light on. But like a lot of the time, it's like, oh yeah, there was quite a good student, but they did have a tendency to pick on other children when we weren't looking, and they'd violently harm them, and we just tell them off and tell them not to do it again over and over,
Yeah.
you know, or just turn around and say, oh well, boys will be boys.
Oh, yeah. Jeez. Yeah, because
Like, oh.
boys like going around and cutting up cats and birds and stuff.
I
Oh,
know,
yeah.
I know, you know what I mean? It's like the amount of times you'd see at school where a bully would do something with absolutely no reason for it.
Yeah.
And the teacher would turn around to the victim and say, oh, well, you must have done something to upset them.
Yeah. Victim blaming.
Mm-hmm.
That's very common. Victim
Yeah,
blaming.
it's like, stop trying to justify their
Yeah.
behaviour.
Yeah.
Sometimes people's behaviour is completely unjustified.
Yeah.
It's just that it's human nature to try and find a reason for things happening.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes there is no reason. You've just got to come to terms with that. Like,
Yeah.
some kids are naturally psychopaths.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, I mean,
So-
that's the thing about a psychopath is born. A sociopath is created by abuse in childhood, and they're not born like that. But a psychopath is actually born a psychopath. They're not created.
Yeah. A lot of the time, sociopaths are created by parents that spoil the kids.
Oh yeah. Either
the
either through spoiling them or beating the crap out of them all the time. You know.
Yeah. Or just calling them evil all the time
Mm-hmm.
for no reason, and eventually they just start to think that they are evil.
Well, yeah, a lot of the time their brains just switch off. You know, if it's an abusive situation, like they'll protect to protect itself. The human brain will just shut down emotions so that they don't feel it anymore.
Oh, it's a travel now.
Okay.
Skorgrim's dour hands have taken refuge from the wrath of Durin's folk within an ancient dwarf hold high in the passes of the misty mountains. There they plot their return, unless an end can be put to their scheming once and for all.
Will you just look at this?
Do we need scrolls and food and stuff? Oh, okay.
We should be okay. There quickly.
Oh. Still alive. Oh, don't go too fast, mate. I need to recharge my stuff. Oh, cool.
just
Cool. Oh. Cool.
yeah.
By Durin's beard!
By Durin's beard. Probably more.
The day of our vengeance is near.
Oh yeah.
I think I have had quite enough. Hurrah!
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna stand back. Way back.
Yeah. Oh, we can finally attack him, can we?
that, friend.
Okay.
Let us away.
Cool.
Oh, talk to Gloin, okay. Back up the
Okay.
mountain. Now we have to ride all the way back up into the Misty Mountains to talk to Gloin, and then back down to talk to Elrond.
Mhm.
How can I be of service?
Elrond's camp.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we was going to have a discussion about AI, weren't we?
Oh yeah.
Neural nets for art.
I watched a very good show last night about it. Unknown Killer Robots. It's a new series on
Okay.
Netflix. It's very, very good. It's about how all the military are turning to AI now. Drones.
Oh, very much.
Pretty incredible. Really advanced stuff, but incredibly dangerous. Apparently, the US military has a rule that states that all decisions have to be taken by a human being. All kill decisions,
Yeah.
have to be still taken by a human being. But people are very, very worried about it.
Oh god, yeah.
But go on. You were looking into the copyright stuff.
Yeah. The idea behind it is that basically everything is derivative.
Mhm.
Like, do you know when Trump released those NFTs?
Mhm.
People started cutting out, like the costumes that he was wearing and various things like the backgrounds and everything.
Mhm.
And they could directly find the artwork that it came from by using, TinEye image search and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there was barely any differences between the AI generated one, and so what's happening is that it isn't as creative as what we think it is. And so, say if a neural net was trained on copyrighted and copylefted images,
Mhm.
it's basically taking two different licenses and mingling them together, which is completely legal. That's
Mhm.
not how it works. Right.
I think I will take the armor.
I would be grateful for your assistance.
None of them are good for me.
Yeah, the armor is a bit better armor.
Might and fate. It's better on the armor,
Yeah.
but fate's one of my things, isn't it?
Mhm.
Because I've got vitality and will on my other one.
Yeah, fate is a big one with you.
Right, I'll get that then. And then accept the next one.
Okay, up north. 1 second now, I have to take a bio break. I'll be right back.
No worries. I'll have a quick vape. Ooh, cool. Well, like a party of two going away. Boop 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 boop.
Party of 2.
Yeah, 2 people just came and went.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think it's like, where does influence come into it?
In what sense? In the neural nets?
Yeah, because like our brains are, whether we know it or not, are influenced by every experience, everything we've seen, smelt, everything we've ever experienced.
None of them are direct, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like, say if with a neural net, you can turn around to it and say, "Draw me a picture of Winston Churchill."
Yeah.
And it will it will literally recreate Winston Churchill's face from the photos that it's analysed in a very different way from what a human brain would.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the times, like some of the times, it will be an amalgamation of lots of images combined. But every now and again, it's like a random number generator. Every now and again, you're going to get almost a picture perfect copy of one of the pictures that it's analysed.
Yeah.
There might be slight differences, but that's getting to the point where it is derivative at certain points. And so we like the only way I can see it being used in a legal sense is if you was to train a network just on public domain images, and then have it so that once it generates an image, that image is public domain.
Yeah.
Because all derivatives of public domain images have to be public domain.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get to actual copyrighted imagery, each copyright holder places their own restrictions upon the image. You know, like, oh, I want you to at least credit me and things like that.
Yeah.
And so it's very difficult for us to really put it down. Like, say, Hollywood, if they was to use only imagery that they've ever produced in their movies and everything,
Yeah.
what happens then? Like, because they might be using films from 20 years ago with actors that have died since, and they've never put into the contract with that actor, we can use your image for whatever we want in the future, and you agree to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's got so many implications.
But yet we do want to train them.
Yeah. I think that they could be used for certain things. Like, I think YouTube thumbnails,
Yeah.
and just have a special license for it, where nobody owns them.
Yeah.
Like, the person that typed in the prompt can't claim ownership over it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, back down to Glen.
Okay. I think it does have a use especially for people that want to create thumbnails for videos. That's it, and for just like title cards.
Yeah, it's very definitely has a use. I mean, in the case of say, well, it wasn't AI, but the Irish government got totally pissed off with the music industry. When YouTube first kind of became big, because what was happening was you get little kids. And they'd make like a little, a happy birthday dad or a happy birthday mum, video on YouTube, on their parents' birthdays or grandparents or whatever. And they'd put in like a Michael Jackson tune or something like that. And it might have been like, just like, 20 seconds or 20, 30 seconds of a Michael Jackson tune. And the music industry was suing them.
Yep.
So the Irish government said, screw you, this is like... this is fair use,
Yeah, these songs have become part of culture.
Yeah.
You benefited from these songs becoming so popular because they're a Christmas song or because they're a birthday song.
Yeah.
You can't cynically try to remove that from culture now.
Yeah.
That's how your song got so much, leeway in society and became so ingrained.
Yeah.
You benefited from society monetarily.
Yeah.
Now you have to pay the price in certain ways.
Exactly. It's like I was saying to Linda last night. I mean, if say for example, we hear them all the time. You get a local band that's starting off. They obviously need practice, so they got to be doing live gigs, all this kind of stuff, and they're going to be playing other people's music, and that's always been the way. That's how you get started as a band. And then eventually, you start writing your own music and you get famous yourself, or you don't. But can you imagine, like, if we had a local band that was playing, like, Guns N' Roses and AC/DC, at some local gig?
At a most fortuitous time.
Like, they're not going to make feck all music over it because it's like this local pub gig, or money off it. But imagine if AC/DC and Guns N' Roses were going around the world suing the shit out of all these tiny little bands just because they were playing their music,
Yeah.
I mean, that is fair use, I think.
And
if we had a world that strict, then, I mean, how does anybody get started? How do new artists get started,
Well, for them to believe that somehow this band is stealing their music, that would have to entail them fooling the audience into believing that it's their song.
Yeah.
And everybody knows it was written by AC/DC.
Yeah, everybody does, yeah.
So there is no way of confusing the audience into believing that it's your song.
Well met.
Rivendell Stables, yeah?
No, Vindra. We have to go back there?
Yeah,
oh,
Master
yeah,
Elrond.
Yeah, Rivendell Stables again. Okay.
I really do wish we could bring more... they seem to always poo-poo and belittle lawyers that are part of, protecting the Creative Commons. It was, they're just hippies, you know what I mean? And it's like, no, they have a very good argument.
Yeah, they do.
These songs have become so ingrained in culture that they are part of the commons now.
Yeah.
These bands have made enough money from these songs, and on top of it, other bands playing their songs isn't going to lose them any money anyhow.
No. And in a lot of the cases, the songs are so old anyway, it's like, it's just that Disney have completely messed up our copyright laws,
Yeah, they have. I've forgotten the name of the Creative Commons lawyer, Lawrence Lessig. He did an excellent speech. I've got a copy of it somewhere on my computer, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Where he talks about Free Mickey. And he goes through the history of Disney, and he shows you exactly where Disney have stolen all of their ideas from.
Oh yeah.
Brothers Grimm, the lot. Even Mickey Mouse, Steamboat Willie, was a parody of a movie.
Yeah.
that came out at the time that was an absolute flop and everybody hated it.
Yeah.
And it was taking the mick out of it. Do we dismount here?
Yeah, might as well.
And so even Steamboat Willie, the creation of Mickey Mouse, was a derivative.
Yeah. And then they've stretched out the copyright laws to ridiculous, like 75 years now or something, which is just absolutely crazy, you know?
Yeah. And the way I see it is that having copyright and stuff, the only reason to have it is to protect artists.
Yeah.
And right now, yeah, we've got people that are generating AI thumbnails for YouTube videos when they're making an awful lot of money from the YouTube channels. A lot of them.
Some
I
of them
think
are,
that
but there's an awful lot of people just starting out that, you know, need that stuff.
That's
you know?
why I think that there should be some sort of gatekeeping on it, where it's like, oh, if you're earning less than say $500 per year on your YouTube channel, you can use neural net to generate your thumbnails and everything.
Yeah.
But the moment that you actually want to, you know, use these things when you're making all this money, and you could hire an artist, you have to use the Getty one. You know what I mean? Where you actually, it's been trained on Getty images, and you have to pay a license per image you generate. Not much, just $8 an image.
But it used to be a case like when we were starting out in YouTube, like you couldn't use music at all. Now it's a little bit better. A lot of musicians, you know, allow you to use their, as long as you credit them, they allow you to use their music on YouTube. I can't remember the name of the site we use, but there's a very, very good site that it's like a bit like Jamendo used to be, where there's a lot of bands and DJs and stuff just put, you know, one or two of their tracks that they don't feel are going to make them money.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
For YouTube people.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
Something like that when you're starting out, because if you're starting out, otherwise it becomes this completely elitist platform where only the rich can make content, because only the rich have the money to pay artists. I mean, it costs a lot of money to hire an artist to do anything.
Yep, it does.
And hire editors and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we've learned that through publishing books. It's not a cheap process. But things like modern technology, like Grammarly, for example, has really helped us. You know, cut down the cost of publishing. We used to have to pay an editor like $1,000 to $1,200 per book. You know, and when you're starting off, that's really tough. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. We should always think about protecting the creation of new art and allowing new artists to be able to enter the fold.
Yeah.
A strange fate brings you hither.
It should be about creativity, not about the dollar, you know?
Yeah.
Art has been around a hell of a long time before capitalism.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Got the Eladan outside Oh yeah, that's the Further Adventures. I took the other one.
It's a 2.
There is, but you have to unlock it, so...
Ah, right, okay.
Enter Helgorod, a treasury is the one. We might be able to do it. Probably have to turn the level down.
Right, get this stuff sold. Ooh, repair as well.
Sure, if you can repair, can you?
Yep.
How can I be of service?
The healer.
Healer, yeah.
Ooh, a Master Scholar scroll case. Let's see. Ooh, yes, it's what I can learn.
Oh, cool.
Lavender wall paint. Oh, worn elf carving. Oh, that needs to go into the... Yeah. Didn't see that one. Right, oh. Gotta shove this into the vault. I should really get these well-kept Mathams and Mathams sold as well.
Yeah, I think it's finding. We need to find a balance between our 4 creative people that isn't overly protectionist.
Yeah, it's true.
Because protectionism is not the way forward. Like, that does not help.
Hmm.
It helps the present day artists, you know, want artists.
I think also there's a certain amount of an argument to say that some graphic artists these days, I know that you need to earn a living and everything, but when I was younger, you had this expectation that when you start out, you help other small-time artists and gain a name for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like if somebody, like you weren't going to get any jobs from big names.
Yeah.
Until you got a name for yourself. You had to put yourself out there. Just like a musician has to go busk or go play at smaller venues and not get any money, they're just playing support, you know.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of artists these days seem to think that they should instantly be getting these huge fees.
Yeah.
And that annoys me a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There's this kind of elitism, you know, which goes against creativity, you know. What the heck is this? There's a turn in here. Do you have that one?
What
Looks
do you
like
need?
it.
Will you lend
Yep.
your ear?
Bring relic fragment to Eros. Okay.
Can we take it?
Yep. The library at House of Elrond. Okay, back to the House of Elrond.
Hey. Oh no, it says collected relic fragment 7 to 7.
Isn't it? I bring the relic fragments to Delaros.
Delaros, yeah. Which is that way?
Yeah, he's in the library with Elrond.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's exactly my point with the music, you know. Yeah, you can get guitarists, and if they're playing live gigs and they're really good guitarists and they're playing like AC/DC and Iron Maiden and all that stuff, and they're really, really good, they're going to get noticed. But they have to be able to play that music to get noticed, you know. If they have to fork out massive fees just to be able to, you know, play a song, you know, they're never going to get anywhere, you know.
Oh, totally. I can see a future where neural nets will probably have an extra layer built on them, where they sort of, before they actually give you the generated image, they separate all the elements of the image and do a reverse image search to make sure that everything is suitably original.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. But there's going to be a limit to it eventually. If we start doing that, so many images are going to get generated that eventually you're going to get false positives. Oh, well, positives,
yeah,
if you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. It's already been happening with music.
Here he is, upstairs.
He's upstairs again.
Collects jagged relic fragments.
How
Should
can
we
I be of
accept that?
service? Will you lend me your ear?
Yeah. Oops. Oh yeah, yeah.
It'll probably say that we've already collected them.
No, I haven't.
Nope.
Near the source of...
Snow lurkers of the Misty Mountains.
There goes my ankles again. Yeah, it's the artists that have I can't stand artists that they've made it, they've made their millions of dollars, and they're living sweet lives, and then they start suing the little guys,
Yeah.
Drives me insane.
It's like Metallica with Napster, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they gained an awful lot of recognition because of Napster. And then when they shut it down, it just created so much animosity.
And they were themselves, U2 and REM were the three billionaire bands at that time, which was record breaking. They were all billionaires, every single member of Metallica, and yet they went ahead and did that, which was just crazy. I haven't bought anything of theirs since,
What do you need?
Yeah.
I lost all respect for them as a band after that.
Glowing?
Yeah, Glowing's Camp.
Yeah, they really did act like whiny bitches.
Oh, they did, big time. I can understand it, like, if you're starting out and, that happens and you can't make a living and, the bills are piling up, yeah, fair enough. But, if you're already a billionaire, just let it go,
Yeah. They could have changed the market at that time. They could have said to the people that were pirating, like, yeah, okay, you like our music. Napster's a great way of checking us out for the first time. But please buy our album as well. If you like us, please buy it.
Yeah.
Or else it's going to get difficult for us to, do tours and put more albums out if we're not making any money. Because we're spending it like crazy on security and on, travelling for tours and everything. It's a lot of investment.
Yeah.
If they'd have explained it and just been adult about it, and they could have formed an entirely new industry. They could have said, look, how about Napster? We have it where if people buy our album, there's a code a unique code on the album that they can enter in on Napster and get a completely not an MP3, a completely uncompressed version of the album, and maybe some extra behind the scenes footage or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they just didn't. They could have helped prop up that market.
Yeah.
Because they must know full well that a lot of their fan base are going to be young. And their parents aren't going to approve of them listening to Metallica, so they won't be given any money to buy the album in the first place.
Yeah.
And they must remember what it was like to be young and be an outcast and have parents that were hardcore Christians or whatever.
Oh yeah, jeez, especially over here. Yeah, but Napster also helped a lot of up-and-coming bands, get their names out there, That was the thing that people didn't realise.
Yeah.
Local small bands could put their stuff out very easily in Napster, And we've lots of platforms nowadays, but back then we really didn't. Chocolate coffee. kill some of these workers. Oh yeah, the window washers. Sorcerer Zero is playing Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Well, I haven't got any missing relic fragments yet, and I've killed a couple of them.
I got 2 from you.
What is going on? Really?
Yeah, I got 2 from you killing them.
Well, I get 0.
Yeah.
Ugh. I got 1.
Yeah, I didn't get one that time. Got 3.
I'm on 2. Still on 2. 3. 4.
Okay.
Cool. So we need to go back to Deluros.
He's down in Rivendell. Wouldn't you
Yeah.
know?
That's one thing that I'm not too fond of in a lot of games. Backtracking that's been designed in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind it when it's organic, like say Minecraft or Valheim, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, well, it's our own fault. We built our base so far away and stuff like that. You know?
I mean, we don't have to keep jumping back and forth. I mean, you can move on with other quests and then just, you know.
True, and then sort of finish them off when you're back there. But
yeah. But I guess for now I don't know. I mean, we can go up to Helgorod if you want.
Well, let's go do this.
Okay.
May as well.
Greetings.
Then again, actually, yeah, you're right. We should go up to Helgorod. Because that's going to send us back, probably, isn't it? To,
oh, yeah. Yeah. To Rivendell. Yeah, the show on AI I was watching was basically, well, we knew about it already, but basically explained that we're in an AI arms race right now.
Yeah.
They couldn't stop it even if they wanted to.
That's very much the case.
Because if we stop it, the Russians won't. You know, the Chinese won't, and then we'll find ourselves, 50 years behind,
Yeah.
They had a US fighter pilot going up against, in a dogfight, doing a dogfight against an AI.
Elrond Half-Elven fears that the remaining Nazgul has enlisted the aid of the gaunt Lord Drogoth to instill a fell spirit into the frozen corpse of the ancient dragon Thorog and raise the beast once more as a wight. Little time remains to stop their evil plans.
I need my links.
Food.
Yep. I'll get some scrolls out as well. Sweet.
Watch out. Check out up here.
Yeah, let's check there. Cool. There's a group of them coming up.
Hey, that's that.
Cool. I like the sound of the cages just squeaking.
Yeah.
Well, creaking more than anything.
There it is.
Huh?
Name.
It's still saying 03.
Yeah, it says invoke the name of Elbereth.
Elbereth.
How do we do that? It's still flashing.
I know.
Dig out the obelisks and open the way to enter a treasury. Okay. We have to find the other ones. God, I had to do some reading there. That was awful.
Oh. Oh, the liberty. There's another flashing obelisk.
One.
Okay.
Check if there's any here.
Nope, doesn't. Another tunnel.
Yep.
The study of frost
There's
law
one.
completed.
Oh, excellent. Got all the pages.
Okay.
Find the last one. here we go. Done.
Get my links back up again because he inexplicably died.
He probably got stuck.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, they've a habit of doing that.
Oh my god, the cloak came back. Is he some sort of necromancer?
Yeah, he keeps summoning them. He's dead now.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. No.
Now we've got to end the Nazgul's plans.
We have to go into the treasury. Out. There we go.
Oh. Yeah, speaking of window washers, when I first moved into this house, my mum drove me crazy because she just kept paying for the window washing guy to come.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear he had the most, just terrible.
There we go.
He was not reliable at all.
Yeah.
Well, he was. But, I started getting upset. Mum, I was like, Mum, he keeps turning up while I'm in the nude, and I just can't predict when he's going to come. And she was like, oh, it's all right. Well, the way it works is that for the first week of the month, it tends to come at about 7 or 8 in the morning, and then on a Monday, and then normally in the second to third week of the month, it tends to come on a Wednesday at about 11 p.m. to 12 p.m. like that. And during summer, he normally comes on a Friday, but in the spring, he comes on this day. And it was like, Mum, I'm never going to remember all of that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just stop paying him.
Yeah. Oh. That's a dead dragon.
Oh, great. Gonna revive a dragon.
Oh. Bloody hell. And we're taking on a Nazgul, holy moly. Empty robes.
Says talk to Elrond now. Is this a final thing or? Well.
Talk to Elrond, okay.
So can we just leave instance?
Well, that's that the way we came in, or?
No, we came in from this way.
Okay, well,
Unless they've opened up all the gates.
The missing Nazgul fled to the ancient ruins of Helegrod, where he and the gaunt Lord Drogoth attempted to raise a dragon as the most terrible of wights. Though the ritual was successful, the Nazgul was sent back to Mordor, and the Dragon White fled. I fear that Drogoth may yet bring the Dragon White under his control, but that is not compared to the burden I must guide south.
Cool.
Cool. Oh, yes. Somebody should be sued over that. Running back a dragon. Hadn't we seen that before? That lie?
Yeah, it was.
Wow, there's a lot of. I bet you there's some freaking quest thing in there. Weird. Bag's almost completely full.
Oh yeah.
Go down and around this. No deed for them.
Oof. It's 9:30 and it's still 24 degrees Celsius.
Oh wow. A little bit cooler here. Not too much. 74.3 Fahrenheit by my computer.
Yeah.
Humidity of 47%.
Oh, I can't see the humidity.
Yeah.
God knows what it is. It was fairly pleasant outside earlier. It's just inside the house.
Mm-hmm. Bring jagged. Oh yeah, okay. And talk to Elrond.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Elrond and Deloros.
Yeah, it's just smoky here at the moment, so you're gonna get itchy eyes.
Ugh. I'll get ready with the dismount button.
Hmm? So the copyright with the AI thing is only if you can prove that a part of the image was taken directly from another image, right?
Yeah. But then the problem with that is that, like, every time you generate an image, you're creating work for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's the argument.
Yeah, go on.
There's the argument to be had of using AI to generate images from images you created, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because then you are putting a certain amount of effort in.
Yeah.
How much can that be compared to, say, a clever paintbrush in a graphics app?
Yeah.
You know, where you just, with a simple stroke, you create a load of particles or something.
Yeah.
So there's an awful lot of depth to the discussion, to the debate.
Yeah.
Well, because it's got legal ramifications behind it. It almost certainly always does.
I can't stand protectionism, you know?
Yeah, very much.
Because it holds us back, and there's an awful lot of protectionism in the arts, especially, like, I mean, photographers have been devastated in the last 15 years because, you know, for obvious reasons, like, started with, like, digital cameras, and then the software got really, really superb. You know, the editing, post-processing software and stuff like that. And, now, of course, you know, our phones are unbelievable, you know? I mean, the Google Pixel ones are incredible.
Yeah.
So, you know, obviously you still need to hire a photographer for, like, a wedding or something, you know, some special occasion or something like that. But that's really about it, you know? I mean, for, like, businesses, for example, restaurants would hire a photographer to come in and take a load of food shots. But now with social media and the cameras in their phones so good, they're doing it themselves, you know?
Yeah.
And they don't need hire an expensive photographer because they are very expensive. So you got a lot of photographers now getting very protectionist, you know, and kind of deriding technology and stuff like that. Oh, it's not real, and, you know, not real photography and blah blah blah. And it's all just crap. It kind of annoys me.
A strange fate brings you hither.
Or the people that go around, you know.
Yeah, there's bad arguments against AI, and there's some good arguments against it. There's good arguments for it as well. Like as we said, you know.
How can I be of service?
That people
moment
that are
of
just
your time.
starting up in various forms of art do need something like this. But I do think it needs to be sort of created in a sort of a clever, a careful way where it isn't taking away from other artists. So I would say that a neural network that generates images that's based on the public domain should be considered like an open source piece of software. It should be freely available for everyone to use, but if you're making enough money from your art already, you should be strong. You should really go over to the Getty Images neural net or something and pay for your images. You need to support other artists. You can't just be a closed shop.
Yeah.
A lot of YouTubers are very strongly of that opinion anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can sell some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet-eyed melon.
So where's
How may I
this
be of
earring?
service?
Or you get people, there was an example, you know, recently where I heard somebody, you know, who absolutely loved, you know, had gotten a Pixel phone for the first time, you know, and absolutely loved it. Thought it was amazing because they're absolutely incredible. The cameras, when you see the size of a lens and you see the quality of the images that come out of them, it is mind blowing. And what the software does, Google software does, kind of automatic post. and absolutely loved it. Was ranting and raving about how amazing the cameras were. Then realized, oh well, I've got friends that are photographers. Then all of a sudden, oh well, I don't like this HDR stuff, and it makes images look fake compared to a real photographer, and it was just utter shite. It was very clear. Oh, my buddy's a photographer. I've got to protect his industry, so I'm gonna,
I think that with HDR, it's all a matter of if you know the theory behind color and everything. A lot of people do take HDR way too far.
Yeah,
and they do make they do take away the realism from an image, but that's what they want to do.
That's what they want to do. Yeah, I mean that's art and creativity in itself. I happen to like. I mean, with the Pixel 7, they've toned it back quite a bit. It's very different to the previous Pixels. But even with the previous Pixels, like, when I would take on a beautiful sunny day, like out in our front garden with those flowers, I'd take a picture and it was really vibrant. And I thought it was really beautiful, I like that kind of fantasy element that it puts
That's
in.
what HDR's for,
Yeah.
It is for, not overexposing or underexposing in any area of their image.
Yeah. Ooh, that pocket thing, Mark of the Fellowship, is quite nice.
Megovanen.
The Mark of the Fellowship. I think I've already got that.
Yeah, it's a pocket item.
Yeah, I have it.
Holy moly. And get selling.
We'll get extra points to spend.
But just every single time we have to go through this, every single time a new piece of technology comes out,
Yeah.
And then, a decade later, the same people are like, oh, I really love this.
Well, I can understand people getting upset when they feel that their profession is going to be wiped out, or made a lot more difficult to, earn a living with.
Yeah, but nothing stays the same forever. I mean, do we still have millions of Coopers in the world? We don't, because we invented newer, better technology. At one point, like you go back 150 years ago, I mean, like, they were, an incredible profession. Because all our global trade was because of them, because they were the guys that made the big wooden barrels that we stored everything in. We couldn't have done anything without them. But then, we invented new things. And now, the only Coopers that you find are kind of artists, really.
Yeah.
Very few. Guys thatchers, guys that do the thatching on the roofs. That's a real speciality. There used to be millions of them.
Yeah. Right, so Glorringlear. Where are they? Oh yeah, I need to sell some stuff as well, don't I?
Yeah.
Forgot about my overflow bag. Dwarf Steel Gauntlets of Fate, goodbye. Dwarf Steel Jacket of something. Arthur's a Metalsmith, goodbye. Wooden recurve bow. Silver necklace is not for me. Ornate candle can keep. Kindle Stave of Fate. Nope. 41. That and that. Keep them. Elder Fingerbones. Fragments of Dungeon Script. Master Weaponsmith. Adamant. Right, I'll sell the Mathams, may as well.
Okay, quick. While you're doing that.
Yep. I will go throw those Mathams into the... Not the Mathams, the Dunedin script. And... yeah, that's everything. Wait. So,
Right. Find this dude. A
Gloranglia. Yeah, they're in Rivendell somewhere.
the giant runes. Darkath. Org infested giant runes. They're really up. Okay, well, we have to go back up there anyway. Oh yeah, we Delaras.
Where's this, Gloranglia?
I think that's the up into the misty hungers.
It says they're in Rivendell.
Dollars lesson. Let's to reassemble vase on the display table. Oh, yeah, Rivendell, and a table nearby would be. Oh yeah, okay. That's out here.
Okay.
Like, I'm pretty sure, you know, if you went back when cameras were first invented and started, you know, becoming mainstream.
Oh yes, the artists were upset about it.
Yeah, freaking out over it. You know, the portrait painters. You know. Good afternoon, Zach. How you doing? No.
Hey, Zach. Have you got your friend's PC built yet?
Oh yeah. Up to Delaros.
Oh, back to Delaros, okay. Nice.
Nice.
They can always
Excellent.
upgrade it later.
Exactly, yeah.
They'll give them a good opportunity to learn about upgrading computers.
Mm-hmm. It'll give them a great start in PC gaming.
Yeah.
Okay, where's this Teleros?
Back in the room with Elrond upstairs.
Okay. Oh, that's excellent. And that's in Florida as well, so that's saying something.
Scholars Runestone. Well, I may as well take the
Hope
hat,
is not in vain.
but the one I'm wearing is still better.
What can I do for you?
Oh yeah, my hat is way better. Oh, there's a runestone. Yeah, the one I have is better. Sure. Nothing. Yeah.
Wait, you're giving a computer temperature in Fahrenheit, so then you do, well, in centigrade, and then you do the room temperature in Fahrenheit. You're fucking with me. You Americans! Shakes fist angrily. Swigs beer in frustration. 25 degrees Celsius, cool.
Yeah, by my desk at the moment it's 75 Fahrenheit. Tempest Works.
Tempest Logs, where did you get that from?
Against the pack?
Nope. I'll just have a look. Log. Yes.
You have it, yeah.
At a tracker.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Passage to Darkness, okay, that's in the Goblin Town. Yeah, that's pretty hot for us out here. But we are in summer.
Have you heard anything about the flooding that happened in China?
Flooding? No, nothing.
Oh my god! Literally nobody's reporting on it. But it's been absolutely ridiculous for the Chinese government. Because, like, they've flooded out seriously badly. And this
Wow.
is all around their capital city, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called, the gates, the Golden Gates, or the Gates of Freedom, or
Yeah.
something like that, or the Gates of Power.
It's Beijing, isn't it?
Yeah, around that area.
Yeah.
And they basically diverted all of the water away from the capital into surrounding cities, and they have been devastated.
Holy moly.
Like, yeah, completely. And
What do
the
you
Chinese people aren't too happy with Xi Jinping, and he hasn't showed his face in a while. So Glowing's camp, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zach, like I was just saying to Shay before you came in, that it's 9:45 now, and I'm still at 24 degrees Celsius in the house.
You're pretty far north, so
Yeah,
that's pretty hot.
it's highly unusual. And we're on the coast as well, like,
Mm-hmm.
we normally get at least a sea breeze,
Yeah.
and it just isn't going down at night.
Yeah, I mean hurricanes hitting California, like that's unbelievable, you know?
Yeah. What's happening with that? Because I heard that they were going to be really bad.
I think there's been a lot of flooding. Our weather's been bizarre. That's what's bringing all the smoke into us. We're getting the kind of side effects of the hurricane down south.
Mm.
The hottest
It's 47.
The hottest I've experienced is 42, and it nearly killed me. It's like instant headache when you go outside the door.
Yeah. I can't remember what we got up to last year, but it was close to 42.
That was in the Willamette Valley about 10 years ago. 9 years ago.
I've been in Greece when they got a mega heat wave, and there was loads of fires.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of take a couple of days to acclimatise, and then the heat's no real problem for me.
Mm-hmm.
I know that it'll get worse as I get older.
Yeah.
But I remember when we was in Greece back in the 80s and we had that heat wave, there was Greek people like falling dead from it.
Yeah.
And I got quite used to it. I wasn't too bad off.
Vinderal.
Vinderhell, okay.
Yeah, that's where all the quests are. This is an area where you normally get the really severe blizzard.
Cool. Bring on the particle storms. That's an overland card. Oh yeah, we need to kill some of them, don't we?
48. Oh yeah. The 42 that I experienced, I got, jeez, we had to just stay indoors, drinking plenty of water.
Oh my god.
Can't even imagine what
That
48
is that is the point where the human body can't handle it. You can't cool yourself off, can you?
Yeah.
You chopping wood in that weather? Oh my god.
Wow. Of course, when you want a blizzard, it's not there. Nearly every time I've run around here, there's been a blizzard.
Hmm.
I think maybe because it's nighttime.
Wow, that's a dramatic death gurgle.
Yeah. One great thing about it is that you lost weight incredibly fast. £275 in half an hour.
Cooked cookies in your car.
Yeah. Wow. Jeez. Oh yeah, you could fry an egg in the bonnet.
Okay, we won't be going near him.
The big fella.
Yeah, 1,560,000.
Yeah. We'll go after him, you know, a lot later on.
Yeah. So.
Oh, and California had an earthquake last night. It was a 5.0 or so, 5.1, I think.
Yeah, I saw a YouTuber go through it.
Yeah.
While live streaming. Very short-lived. In comparison to the one that we had in Hull about a decade ago, oh my god, that thing was terrifying. In brick houses, in old Victorian brick houses, I've never seen plaster flex like liquid before, apart from when I've been on acid. That traumatized me. I thought a train was coming through the back of the house. I think that was a 5.5, and that lasted a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought a train had come off the tracks and come down the embankment. And I was sat wondering to myself, well, there isn't any trains on embankments anywhere near here, so how's this happening?
Okay.
Right, so we need overland stabbers and overland bombers.
Yeah. They're in the camps.
Okay. Those camps over there to the left of it. Oh, we don't use kilograms in the UK. We use stones.
Yeah. Stones, yeah.
Have fun with that measurement system. I get so annoyed about it. I really do.
Yeah, they pick up random stones they find along the beach, and that's what they use to measure.
It is pretty arbitrary.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, just you need to get plenty of liquid in to keep yourself cool, you know. But there is a point.
47 small boulders.
Yeah. You know, that's where stones comes from. In Roman times, that's literally like what they used to do. They'd find a bunch of kind of rocks that were similar weight, and that's where. Guards. There's a bomber.
Up here, maybe? Oh, no. Over here?
Yeah. There's a stabber there. Oh yeah. Well, I'm desperate to lose. I'm the opposite. I'm desperate to lose weight right now. Actually, doing pretty well with the walking. Taking the day off, but we've been walking 5 miles a day. Bomber behind you.
Oh, is that cool? Yeah, they say that if you're severely underweight and you can taste the sweet taste in your mouth, that's the sugars from your body eating your organs. So,
Jeez.
yes. So if you haven't been eating a lot and you can taste the sweet taste in your mouth, go eat something. You're really doing something very unhealthy to your body. I remember being told that by a doctor back when I was extremely skinny. It scared the crap out of me.
Oh yeah. Fire pot.
Hey.
Oh yeah, that scared the bejesus out of me too.
Because I asked him, I was like, oh, I can always taste the sweet taste in my mouth. And he's like, yeah, that's your body eating your organs. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
A wooden chest. You want elf carving?
Nice.
There's some chunks of ancient silver ore in there if you want it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that that'd be useful for your character class.
Well, yeah, my profession. Getting my mining up. Prospecting. Okay. We need 3 more.
3 more. That's all of them.
Okay.
I suppose we get sent back up here and across that bridge for a further mission later on.
Probably. Jump down here.
Well, we can, whether or not it's advisable.
Broken leg.
Come on, Lynx, it's perfectly safe. I think my Lynx is sat at the top of the mountain going, no, I'm not coming.
Yeah. Running down through all the goblin camps drawing them on us. Here we go, with a whiteout.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
What do you want? What do you need?
Feast of Rohan?
Yeah, vitality. You don't need might at all.
Greetings to you.
Ah, right, cool, yeah.
Jeez, he blew himself up.
Finish now. Gandalf's secret
Yeah.
recipe.
Let's see.
I know.
Megovanen, might you spare a moment of your time?
Fahrenheit wasn't a very scientific temperature measurement system.
Well, isn't it that one is very accurate at very high levels and one is very accurate at low levels? Isn't that
It's one of them. Fahrenheit has got smaller distances between sort of its actual integers,
Yeah.
but Celsius has got a decimal system
Mm-hmm.
between them. So it, to be honest, it swings and roundabouts. Like Celsius is better.
Yeah.
Like Fahrenheit did said that it was salt water, the freezing point of salt water that it's based on,
Mm-hmm.
but neglected to say what elevation and what pressure it's at,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly. Do you know what? Like, yeah, shall we just start using Kelvin instead? Now, Celsius is pretty damn good. Because you got Celsius matches up in SI units really nicely, whereas
Yeah.
Kelvin's great for certain things, for astronomical stuff, but Celsius is amazing for just real world stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It just matches up beautifully for pressure increases from temperature and all that sort of thing. And
Yeah. Oh yeah, talk to Gandalf and Rivendell. Okay. Well, where's the stable master?
yep,
Well met.
Gloin's camp.
What do you need?
Rivendell.
mhm.
You're not the only one. Jeez. Yeah, I was educated in primary school when we were switching over and when Ireland. So I'm kind of half and half.
Yeah, we got taught both.
Yeah.
Whereas I was taught after they'd switched, and they was hardcore against Fahrenheit
Yeah.
and inches. You did not use them whatsoever.
Like, with me, like, I get Celsius far more than I do Fahrenheit. However, I get miles far more than I do kilometers, you know?
Yeah, we still use that though here, don't we?
Yeah.
Like, I get kilometers better than miles. Miles is just a unit to me, in a sense, whereas kilometers, it's 1,000 meters, I know what a meter looks like.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. And kilograms make so much sense. I'm really annoyed that we still use stones. Although some doctors now measure you in kilograms.
Yeah. Oh, they do in Ireland. Like it's all kilograms in Ireland now. So I still use pounds. You know, that's not a weird one.
Yeah,
For me.
pounds and ounces and...
Yeah.
$837 small gnomes. They're very small gnomes. When I think of gnomes, I think of the ones that you get in front gardens. Which are about 25 centimeters tall, 20 centimeters tall.
The ones that look like me with the beard. That sit in your front garden. It's like me sitting in your front garden.
We may as well just travel to the homely house from here, haven't we?
Yeah.
Just start measuring everything in Haagen-Dazs tubs.
No, because
I'm 70 Haagen-Dazs tubs high.
Yeah, then that would encourage me too much to be buying ice cream all the time.
Well, yeah, you need a ruler.
Yeah.
And they keep expiring.
I need 15 more of those tubs so I can measure my wall.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting onto the level of quantum dwarfs, well, quantum gnomes, sorry.
Yeah. I'm 6'1".
The plank length is 3.2 gnomes.
Yeah, I'm a 6'1" dwarf. In Bilbo's room.
Cool.
Yeah, you're kind of you're the in between. "6'6" and 4'6". Wow, that's a matchup.
Why do you disturb me?
Nog builder.
Oh, okay, so we have to go back up there. As we're back in Rivendell, should we leave it here for today? We've been on for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Cork City. And try and get the smoke out of my
Mm. Maybe get yourself some eye drops or something.
Yeah. Gotten a little better. The wind has picked up, so that'll clear it out. handy thing about being on the coast. Exactly, yeah. Alright, Zach, thanks for hanging out. Everyone, thanks for watching, following, and subscribing. We'll be back on again tomorrow morning, about 11 AM Pacific time. Start. So until then, have a fantastic rest of your day. We'll catch up to you guys tomorrow. Yep.
See you later.